Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your little big sister here. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this video. Happy New Year, happy 2023. As you have seen in the title of the video, I'll be talking about how my 2022 was, just reflecting on my year. There's no formula really, it's just like a digital diary so that I can get to look back and see where I've come from and get to share it with you guys, because we are going on this glowing and growing journey together. So it's a new year and I still have my Kenya bracelet. What up? Loyalty. If my relationships would last as much as this Kenyan bracelet has on my hand, I don't even take it off when I'm bathing. Anyway, I hope you guys have been doing well. I hope you enjoyed Christmas. I hope the new year is everything that you wish it to be, and even if it's not, things will get better. Just hold on and re-strategize and everything will be well. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, I hope the year goes well for you. This is our year by force. For me, I've not made my vision board yet, but I know my goals. I know the challenges that I want to overcome as an individual, and also as someone who has been entrusted with certain responsibilities in my personal life and in other spheres of my life. So I have them written down, as the Bible says. I think it is in Habakkuk chapter 2, that if you write down your goals, the Lord will help you establish them. Like, there is so much power in writing your goals down, and that is what I usually do. I really love journaling. I like writing. I like seeing them and not just thinking about them. There is power in writing them down and going over them from time to time. And every month I like to write down what I'd like to achieve. I've not yet done that for January. I was thinking that I would do quarterly goals, like break down my goals into challenges that I can overcome every week, every day, every month, and then like sum it up to like what will those goals look like after the first quarter of the year, and like what progress will I have made and stuff like that. So I've done vision boards inspired by my cousin from 2020, and hii mwaka nimechelewa. Like I've said, I have it on my phone, my notes app. I'm yet to journal it down, but they're very detailed. I've tried to be specific as I can on my phone where I've written them, but I've not really represented them in picture form the way you're supposed to do, or the way I usually do, so that I can print them out and have them here. But you won't get to see it. That's personal. Yeah, I only share it with my best friend actually, and God. And this is my filming space. So usually when I'm filming, I take it down. It's usually on this black canvas that I made. I spray painted a cardboard box, and hizi vitu mnaona za silver ni the staples that I used to staple the pictures, because I used to use cutouts from magazines, but we never used to use those magazines. So the ones that were still intact, mom gave them away. So they say I have to rely on Pinterest, then print them out and then put them on here. But yeah, let's get to reflecting on 2022. It was a good year, a year of many firsts, a year of overcoming fears and challenges, a year of saying yes to myself and obeying my intuition. That would have saved me so much trouble if I'd obeyed it earlier. But anyway, I did a lot of new things, practice things that I said for months I'd do, and yeah, it ended on a really high note with an amazing vacation in the Masai Mara, based on really good favor and networks from God. Like, don't underestimate God, because He will come through for you. And so I'm saying my year ended on a high note because that vacation was just from God. Like, I never expected it, and it was such a great and bonding time for my family. And yeah, we got to start the year on a good note in a beautiful environment with new experiences, with amazing people, with great food. And yeah, so I think I have a post. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, that's where the magic happens. You get to know me better, because I get to post on there a lot, especially on my stories, what's happening in my day, what I'm planning to do, things that I find funny, inspirational quotes, psychoeducation, and just amazing reels when I get to go on adventures. So follow me on there at Kisha Nyambura. So I have reels from the holiday there actually. And what was I saying about Instagram? Oh, I posted a post just highlighting my year, being grateful for the year, just after I'd done a little introspection. Last year I signed up for a Chinese class. I was learning Mandarin, of which nimesahau like 3/4 of it right now. Yo, there's this thing in psychology, or rather in linguistics, that there's a critical period where it is easier for you as an individual to learn a new language between 0 and 11 years. That's why children learn languages so easily, and that's why it's harder to learn a language as an adult. So yeah, I registered for the Mandarin class. It was only I think 2,000 shillings if you are already a KU student. So because ukienda like Alliance Francaise and these other institutions for learning languages, you'd pay a bigger amount really. And so this one is subsidized because of the fact that I'm in KU already. So I was like, yo, let me take a hold of this opportunity. I was inspired by my friend Sonny. Shout out to my girl. Na aliniacha halfway. Sonny, yo, what's happening? But anyway, just follow your heart. If inakwambia you don't want to do anything anymore, that's it. But me, I soldiered on, and I got to make new friends, learn a new language. With the teachers were actually foreigners. They were Chinese. Seti tunafunza Chinese na Mkenya. Like that's how you know like it was the real deal. Like we're actually learning something legit. It was really challenging, and it took a lot of time and dedication because it was it was thrice a week, and I still had my course to do the assignments for, to go to class for. So it was psychology plus Chinese. Ilikuwa evening class from 5 to 7, a whole 2 hours, and that meant that I came back home a bit later than usual. That meant that I was not hanging out with my friends as much as I would like to after class, because after psychology class I had to run to the other side of school for my Mandarin class. But anyway, it was fun, and their system of teaching was very interesting. I wish that our Kenyan education system will pick that up, especially like in easy classes za huku juu. I think teachers do that for like younger children, like lower primary, when I motivate with incentives, be it like you get a beautiful Chinese postcard because that's what they used to do, be it you get a beautiful like wall hanging that has the different seasons in the Chinese calendar and stuff like that. Like it was really fun. At some point, if you answered a question, ulikuwa unapatiwa a unique Chinese biscuit snack, stuff like that. So yeah, I learned. It was like a beginner's level, so but it was still hard, because of the characters. Because like in Mandarin, you don't write the alphabet letters the way we do in English, like the Latin way. Like there are those 2 characters. I know you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that was really challenging, but it's not as hard as it looks. You just need a lot of practice, yeah. But yeah, the exam was one of the hardest things I had to do last year, apart from my attachment, which I have a video of. Go and watch that and come back and continue reflecting on 2022 with me. By the way, you can do this as you reflect on your year, on your 2022 as well, be it journaling, be it just thinking about it, even as I share about my experience. Yeah, let's grow and glow together. Another highlight for 2022 for me was applying for my attachment and actually getting a place without a good papa, without any favors being called, without any bribery, without having to pay a cent. Well, apart from like the time that I use and the fuel and the money that I use to go and apply to the different places, of which I applied to most of them virtually or like online through emails. But the one place that I got is the one that I went to physically, to the offices, to the mental health coordinator of Nairobi County. What was I about to say? Nairobi sub-county? No, your county. Anyway, I'm just messing. It's just an honest mistake. But yeah, my attachment was a big highlight. I am so proud of myself for that. And that experience for me, like doing the research, going to the meeting that actually led me to knowing of this opportunity of applying to the then NMS so that I could get the attachment. Like, it made me realize that like I can do so much more, that the limit is only the one that you put for yourself. Like, you can actually do many great things and so much more than you think or imagine, of course with the amazing help of God. But yeah, like, I didn't call in any favors. I applied mostly to hospitals because of my job description. Like, hakuna many options unless you like really create a title for yourself or like a JD for yourself and start something new. But I did want to go to a school, and Madare, I could have gone there, but like, no, that's way too early for such levels of like exposure. Like, even our lecturer was like, yo, you guys, you're too young, get experienced fast after school, work for some years before you can even think about going to Madare, because it's intense, yo. And I had this friend of my dad's who I actually know of. He's a doctor, and he was like in charge there of psychiatry. And my dad was like, yo, I can link you up. But I was like, my teacher said we can't go to Madare, inexperienced. So yeah, I actually worked at a hospital. It was really nice. It was hard at first, adjusting to like waking up and like being at a certain place at a certain time every day, because like I had this flexible schedule because of being a student. Like, classes are at different times. It was during long holiday, so like during the first month of the long holiday was applying, researching, waiting, sending emails and all of that. So like I started my internship in June after a whole month of like relaxing at home. So that took some time to adjust to like having a strict bedtime so that I can be able to wake up and prepare in good time and stuff like that. And I'm saying it was tough in the beginning because I won't spill a lot. Go watch the video. But it was tough for me in the beginning because of like how long it took for me to settle, because of the organizations. What can I say? Because of the people who I was working under. Like, what? Just go watch the video. But anyway, like, it took some time because of that. Like, they were not settled yet. Like, niliingia at a point where there wasn't stability as much. Not in how they ran their thing, they were very professional, but like in terms of like who was going on what day, like the different staff members. So yeah, it caught me off guard, and like I used to go and then I bounce, I used to go then I bounce. So by the time I settled and like actually started working, I actually like, it was like almost the end of June. So it's like I worked for 2 months, but anyway, I couldn't work for more because now inge pour into the next semester, which I needed to attend classes for. So like I got like 2.5 months, give or take. It was still such a growing learning experience for me as an individual, in terms of work ethic and working culture, in terms of being a team player, in terms of like believing in yourself, in terms of actualizing whatever you've learned in class to the real setting, to like actual clients and actual patients, to trying new things, because I also did some things that are not like psychology related, but because I was an intern at a hospital, I had to do them. And yeah, it taught me a lot. It really grew me, and it gave me a nice experience, I must say, of which I hope that I will get to continue to like have the exposure that I need for my field, even as I look for a job or the job finds me. I'm a kingdom gem, favor just locates me. But yeah, even in the process of like finishing school, volunteering, like applying my work, and like looking for jobs, like I pray that I get such experience again, like this early on in my career, because I believe I'm good theoretically, and I also got the chance to prove myself that I can actually do this thing practically. So like now working that muscle and building my resume and stuff like that. But yeah, it was good. That was another highlight. Another highlight was going to Coast family holiday with my auntie and my cousins and my shosh. It was really nice. I got to carry a snake. Yo, at the picture here, I am so terrified, but I am so proud of myself because I am overcoming a fear. Because yo, it was not a tiny snake. As much as it wasn't a big as fat snake, it was not a tiny snake, as you can see. But yeah, I got to overcome that, and I got to carry a snake. What else? I got to be single again, and I got to see myself as a grown woman in terms of how I was handling the breakup, in comparison to like 2020 Kisha, who went through a very serious tough breakup, and it got me depressed and stuff like that. Like, yo, I was sad. I can't say I was depressed, I was just sad. But like, I was like, yo, I've really grown in terms of how I handle bad things, and in terms of how I'm handling my low seasons and my valleys. And my best friend was even telling me like, yo, you're really handling this like really well. Doesn't mean it wasn't tough, but yeah, like it really grew me, and I learned a lot from that relationship. And it was relatively long, one of actually my longest relationship that's serious after high school. So yeah, I got to learn a lot about relationships, about people, about myself. So I count that as a highlight, as a lesson. It was hard to walk away, but yeah, God said it was time. And yeah, another highlight was what I have. Oh, I voted. I was about to show you my pinky, but ilishaisha because that was months ago. But yeah, I got to exercise my democratic right. And if you know me, and if we've talked about deep things, I've definitely asked you if you vote, if you voted, about your take is on voting. I believe that you should exercise your democratic right, so that when you're complaining, you voted and you have the right to complain. If you didn't vote, you don't have a right to complain. So yeah, I voted, and it was my decision. Actually, my then boyfriend and I were on different sides. So yeah, like I tried to do my research based on what I was seeing on the news, based on history, based on my parents, based on different things. Decide, like based on even on him, and like their manifestos and what they were saying during the campaign season. I got to like take all that in, process it, and make the decision as Kisha, and voted. And yeah, that was a big girl move. I was wearing my big pants. So I'm happy about that and really proud of myself for that. Another highlight for me was what I have small wins, but like the fact that I voted, learning Mandarin, going on a vacation and carrying snakes. Oh, I also got to go on at a snakes. It was just one, Kisha. Relax. You're not an at Joe Wild expert now. But yeah, others are small wins that maybe are not coming to mind right now because I'm just speaking out the top of my head. I'm not referring to somewhere that I've written. Though I think I've written. Have I? Let's take a look at the old journal. So cute, right? But yeah, the fact that, oops, I voted. What was I saying? But yeah, others are small wins. I'm trying to look if I wrote it down, like my wins for the year. I think I did. Kama haiko on my notes app, on my journal liko kwa my notes app. Hey, last year I really tried and journaled. This year I hope I'll get to journal even more. Yo, I'm not saying yeah, but anyway, those are the big ones. It was a year of what can I say? It was spiritually, it was not a good year. But it ended quite well, and I feel like I've started well. I'm saying it wasn't a good year spiritually last year because I kept disappointing myself in terms of the things that I kept on saying that I will do or that I will not keep on doing, and kept on doing. And that is one of the challenges that I want to overcome this year. And I wasted a lot of time on social media, but towards the end I put up boundaries and limits on TikTok, on Instagram and stuff, to put restrictions on like overindulging, and like after this minutes I had a reminder to like take a break, and had this amount of time that I could be on the app, for example TikTok. So if it exceeded it, I had to put in a pin and stuff like that. Sometimes I would like override it, but most times I will try and obey. But yeah, this year I'm banking on the fact that it will be your best year spiritually. I mean, it will be your best year if it is your best year spiritually. But yeah, 2022 taught me that you need to put yourself first. You need to honor your relationship with God. And if your relationship with God is right, you will be right. It taught me the importance of prayer. It taught me that I should be true to myself. It taught me that life moves on. And so you should not kill yourself, that rest is your weapon, and that you should do what you want because people won't remember, and because people are preoccupied with their own lives to think too much about what you're doing with yours. They will judge you, yeah, but only for a split second. It taught me to like honor my intuition. It taught me to respect my standards. It taught me the importance of having boundaries. And it taught me that the fact that like it taught me that like things change, like your reality for Jana can change, like it doesn't have to be a reality for today. Yeah, it taught me that things, your life can change in a day. It taught me that unexpected things can happen, so like have hope, and like your life doesn't have to be how it is in the next month, because things can just happen out of the blue that you never expected to. But overall it was a year of learning. I learned from the thing that I did, and so now I know what you should not do. I learned that you should like, life is short, and you should do what you want, and you should do what you say you need to do. And I learned that discipline and consistency is really important, and that there's only so much that passion and talent can take you, but discipline and consistency can take you a whole lot further. And yeah, basically it was a good year. I I went to a lot more events than I went to in 2021. I loved passionately like the things that like the content creators I follow, like I followed them with a passion. I got to fall in love with amazing podcasts that guide my life up to now, and I got to fall in love with Spotify and like using music to like spruce up my life when I'm waking up, listening to Joel Austin and encouraging myself and starting the day right, to Jay Shetty, to my sister's podcast. I got to like enjoy amazing relationships in like I had those friendships, but like last year I got to experience them in a new light. We got closer, and I don't know if it is growing up or like being in the same environment and like wanting to achieve the same goals, but like I got more meaningful moments out of those same friendships that weren't there in 2021. Like yeah, I got to rekindle old friendships. I got to experience people in a new light, and like yeah, I'm an extrovert, I'm an ambivert, but my extro is bigger, so I really like interacting with people, and that's how I'm fueled up. So yeah, some of the dates I went to this year celebrating my favorite people like were really refreshing. And yeah, I got to see the power of like when you go out there and like you experience more, you get to dream bigger. Like your environment limits you, like, and when you go out there you see new things, like you get to dream again, and you get to like see that there is actually more, so you get to demand more, dream bigger, and have bigger dreams and bigger hopes. So yeah, it was a year of pain and new experiences, learning, relearning, and unlearning. It was a year of I really learned to go like to not be so hard on myself. I'm always hard on myself, but the experiences that I went through last year made me to like be kinder to myself. And actually this is my lock screen right now, to be kinder to myself. And yeah, to extend as much grace as I would a friend, treat myself the way I would a friend when they've messed up, when they're tired, when they've done wrong, to celebrate myself as much as I would a friend. And I've also learned that to trust God's timing and that this is my journey, because this year I've had to clap a lot for my friends, and I feel like, God, when will it be my time to be clapped for? But it has taught me to celebrate others so that when it's my turn, they will celebrate me as much as I have them, and it will be from the bottom of their hearts. And yeah, this year I've also learned that I've learned that I can also have very negative emotions, and that they can consume you, and that you need God to get over such stuff like anger and jealousy and resentment. But with God's help, I was able to overcome. And I feel like 2022 was the year of making mistakes and being complacent and doing the things that are comfortable, and like learning from Kisha's mistakes of 2022. And I feel like I've matured into this woman that will be able to change her life this year. And that's why I'm saying that this year is my year, and this year my word is alignment. So what is your year? What is your word of the year, or your words of the year, or your intentions? You can comment them down below. But yeah, I'm really hopeful. So I hope that my best friend and God and the people that I share my dreams with will keep me accountable, and that I will keep myself accountable the most, because I owe it to myself. And that the highest form of self-love is honoring what you said you will do. And yeah, that the highest form of discipline, of self-love, is discipline. So my semi other words for the year apart from alignment are discipline, consistency, self-belief, good stewardship, and the mantras: I can do hard things, and not to settle for less, and YouTube University, because I want to learn a lot from YouTube. It's free. Apart from the online courses that I want to do, like YouTube is totally free. It's very convenient to watch and to like learn when you're doing your makeup, when you're doing chores, when you're traveling, when you're commuting and stuff like that, before bed and stuff like that. So excuse me, I really want to honor my word this year and be aligned. What I believe here and what I actually do, what I say I will do and what I actually do, and who I am and the behavior that I portray here. So that was my year. I've rambled a lot. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying till this far. And I hope that this year we get to glow and grow and get to be women of valor, men of valor, and just turn our lives around and say that 2023 was that stepping stone. Yeah, thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below your hopes for 2023, the biggest lessons that you learned last year, and what you're hoping to achieve, your words for the year, and just your intentions. I would like to see what my lovely gang is doing, and the mental spaces that you guys are in. Love you so much. Take care. Bye. See you in my next video.